Hello and welcome to Uncommon Game Showcase. In this installment, I'm finally going to cover a Wii game. Now, the reason why I'm this far into the Uncommon Game Showcase series and I still haven't covered a Wii game is twofold. First of all, in my opinion, there aren't that many Wii games that are uncommon that are worth talking about. And secondly, even though I was a big champion of the Wii really early on, in fact, I was one of those crazy people who camped out and bought a Wii on its launch day, I don't especially like the Wii. It definitely has some really unique games, but as a retro gaming focused gamer, the Wii doesn't really have all that many games that appeal to me. But there are a few exceptions, and in this installment I'm going to be talking about one of them, and that is Lost in Shadow for the Wii. Lost in Shadow was one of the final games released by Hudson Soft in 2011, just before Konami bought them out and they no longer ceased to exist. Lost in Shadow is, in my opinion, Hudson Soft's swan song. This is the game that, for many people, will remember Hudson Soft for Bomberman or games like Adventure Island. But for me, personally, I will always remember them for this game right here, Lost in Shadow for the Wii, because this is one of the most unique games for the Wii, and I know that's a statement that's very often said because, you know, the Wii is a really unique system. But even so, what you get here is a action platformer where you play as a guy's shadow and you move around the shadows of objects as if that they were the levels themselves. It's a really unique concept and it works. And this game is really enigmatic to a certain point where I think that it has a lot of inspiration from, or a lot in common with the great PlayStation 2 classic Eco. So all that said, let's play some of this. Alright, so I already have it in my Wii, so I'm going to turn it on now, and here we go. Now, the thing about the Wii is, since I wanted to get the homebrew channel working on my Wii is a really old firmware, which won't actually allow me to directly boot into the game through its regular thing. It wants me to update the software, which would mean getting rid of the homebrew channel. So I have to launch the game through the Gecko launcher on my Wii homebrew channel. If anyone knows a way to get around this, because I haven't updated my Wii in forever, so if anyone knows a better way to do this, just private message me, you know, because I'd like to definitely get around this. This is a huge pain in the butt to get to this done. But I have to do that, and then I have to know the Gecko launches, and next step is to launch the actual game. The game I own for the system I own. Firmware for the lose. Oops, it's not detecting it. Try again. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is not a burned copy. This is real game, real region, same region. But I have to go through all that nonsense just to boot it. Yet another reason I don't like the Wii. Alright, all that said, here's this really interesting game, Lost in Shadow. Now, to play this, you will need a Wiimote and the nunchuck. So here I'm using just a standard Wiimote, and I'm using the Nyko wireless nunchuck, which I've already covered in another review. I'll put an annotation right here for that. Alright, so turning it on. It's all synced up. Pretty blue. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is delete this file and start a new one. Alright, here we go. Let's put it on normal. So as you can see, the game takes place in a 2D plane here, where I'm playing in the shadows of foreground objects, which makes this really unique. It's still a platformer, so it's only two-dimensional, even though the world around him is rendered entirely in 3 dimensions. Yeah, so the controls, basically you use the analog stick on the nunchuck controller to move left and right, or duck, or climb up, or climb down. You use the A button on the Wiimote to jump. Holding down the B button will bring up the little menu of items that you get that you have to collect. Pressing the minus button doesn't do anything. Start pauses, or plus pauses. 1 and 2 don't do anything, not yet anyway. And neither do Z or the C button. Now the reason why you can't just simply use a Wii Classic controller, or indeed the GameCube controller, is because this game unfortunately contains some motion-controlled gimmicks, mostly involving the pointer. Now, yeah, I'm a little mixed on it in this game, because they are, you know, part of what makes the game unique, and not just something that's thrown on the Wii because, you know, the Wii is, needs cool games like this. But indeed, this is a game that could only be on the Wii because of the motion controls. When you walk up to an object, you press the Z button to read it. Every memory that you encounter will increase your shadow's weight, and the heavier your shadow is basically acts as your HP, or allows you to interact with the environments in different ways. Now, I have to jump over here because that fence there makes these spikes, and if I land in the spikes, that's like it's like a pit in a platforming game, so I want to jump over that. The sort of muted atmosphere in this game really reminds me of Eco in so many ways. I get these things, and these things act as basically keys for locks that are at the end of each area. You need to collect a certain number of them to proceed, so you have to make sure you don't skip any. Now, your stick figure can, or your shadow, I should say, stick figure. Your shadow can only move along objects that he can reach or jump to. As you can see, I can't get to those shadows up there because it's too tall. So here's where the motion controls come in. Holding down the B button will allow you to lock onto objects, and then pressing the B button again will rotate those objects. And now, my little shadow dude can climb. Note how the music adds to this atmosphere in this game to make it really sort of unsettling, even though there's not really anything scary going on. I like that cool little effect right there. Yeah, that's cool. Next, interact with something. There we go. Yeah, I know all that. And since I have found all the keys, I can unlock the gate here, or that shadow wall, or whatever they call it, and I can proceed. So there's the little first area done. It takes your brain a few minutes to get used to the idea of following what's going on in the background rather than following what's going on in the foreground, which is what you normally would be used to if you played platforming games. know all that. I'm missing something here. I'm doing something wrong. Ah. There we go. Early in the game, the hints are fairly obvious of where you need to go next. Was I supposed to be able to get that thing up there? How do I get that? I wonder if I have to come back. I missed something. Let's see. There we go. Man, even though I know this game, getting used to it is difficult. But it is a really cool concept. Can't reach? Yes, I can. The game might not be HD, but it is definitely artistically beautiful. So, games like Mad World, you know, they can say that too, but I'd rather play this than Mad World, really. Come back. Oops. Bam, bam. Oh, I missed something. Dang it. I don't really know why I have a butterfly as a companion, but it's kind of cool. Wonder. Where's that missing key? What did I miss? Ah! No? Well, it looks like something I missed. Well, I can't interact with it. Ah! That's what I'm missing. Sometimes they're hidden, sometimes not. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys, and leave your comments and questions about this game below. I'll be happy to answer them as best as I can. And yeah, if I have any other games for the Wii that I think are interesting and would make good candidates for this series, I'll be sure to drop them and show them off in future videos. But for now, yeah. This is just another cool little aspect of this game. Very interesting concept. I believe there's an Xbox 360 game that does a very similar effect, though the name escapes me at the moment. And remember, if you fall off the stage, you die. So with that, I'll see you guys next time.